Hello fashion lovers, welcome to the sewing part of this tutorial. In our previous lesson, I explained in detail on how to go about cutting off this beautiful boyfriend chain, and if this is something you are interested in, you want to stick around to the end of this video, please like and subscribe. So these are all the pieces, and I've gone ahead to overlock each and every one of it, as you can see. So next I'm just going to pick the left side of the front panel, and I'm also going to pick the left side of the lining, and you can see the curved parts right there. We're not attaching the shield there, we're attaching the shield at the straight part. So I'm just going to place the pocket shield like this, and I'll run a stitch at each point that I'm pointing right now. So let's go ahead and do this. So this is what is given after I've gone ahead to sew this down, and I've done this for the two pocket lining, and this is what it's looking like. Next, I'm going to pick one of the trouser panel and align it to the pocket lining. As you can see, make sure everything is well aligned and then pin this together. Then we'll take it to the sewing board and sew this down. And I'm going to do same for the second pair of the pocket. Make sure you observe how I'm folding this. You can see that the pocket shield is facing down, and this is right side facing right side. Now let's go ahead and sew this down. If you're sewing this down, make sure you fetch as little allowance as possible. Sew close to the edge, just as I'm doing. You can see how tiny mine is, so make sure yours is not much of an allowance. Now I'm just going to do same for the second pair of the front panel. The next step involves top stitching, and for the thread to be visible, you need a thicker thread. But in my own case, if you can see the video that I added on this clip, I used a regular thread. I just doubled it so I can have the same effect. So I'm just going to sew as close to the edge as possible, and you can see my thread is thick because I doubled it. So I'm just going to push this other side to the main fabric, and I'm going to sew it at the tip. And after that, I'm also going to top stitch it, which will give it the signature jeans double stitches, and you're going to see that in the next clip. And this is how it looks like right now. You can see how close to the edge my stitches are, and this is what everything is looking like after I finished. You can see how close to the edge I sewed this, the double stitch and everything. Make sure yours should be looking like this, and I made sure that the lining was drawn inwards in such a way that it's not sticking out. And this is the second pair. I did exactly the same thing. I double stitched and close to the edge as well. You can see how this is lying flat. Yours should not be sticking out. That is, the lining shouldn't be showing. This is without even pressing it down, but you can go ahead and give this a good press. Next, I'm going to pick the right side of the front panel, and this is where I'm going to attach the coin pocket. I went ahead and folded it by 1/4 of an inch all round, and I'm going to press it down and sew it down using that measurement. You can see how the tip is so aligned with the pocket shield. So this is what you should have, and this is how it's looking like after I've gone ahead to sew this down. You can see how neatly this is done, and I also made sure I did double stitch for the coin pockets too. So this is what it should be giving. You can see the spaces are left beside and above it. It's just the tip that should touch that ending. So yeah, next I'm just going to pick it like this and fold it over to the inside part. When I'm through with this, you're going to understand what I mean. I folded it inward and I'm going to sew the edges. So this is what it looks like after I've gone ahead to sew this. I sew it inward is an inseam kind of sewing where my rough edges are concealed inside the pocket. I hope you get this. If you have to replay this, please go ahead and do so for better understanding. And so I'm just going to use the scissors to push the parts that's supposed to stick out. And yeah, this is what we have here. Next, I'm going to top stitch on the pockets, just a tiny stitch with not much allowance all round, and I'll do same for the other pair. Mind you, you're doing this on the right side of the pocket. And this is what is giving after I've gone ahead to do that. This is what it's looking like right now. Next, we're going to attach our fly zipper to the front panel. And to do that, you should align your two panels together. Make sure it's well aligned so that one is no longer than the other. And then you're going to measure 6 inches and make a mark because you're going to notch that area. Now you go ahead and mark this. Make sure you don't notch too much. And once I've gone ahead to do the notch, I'm just going to unpin this and separate the two panels. Now we have the right side of the panel and the left side. The one that has the coin pocket is the right side and the other is the left side. So I'm starting the attachment of the fly zipper from the right side of the trouser. So I'm just going to place the smaller zip flap on it just like that. And then the bigger one on the left side. I hope you get this. And then you're going to run a stitch from the top and make sure all of your stitches should stop at the area you notched. After giving this a long stitch, I'm just going to flip it over like this. Make sure it's lying flat, and then I will fold or push that side over to the main fabric and top stitch it. Just as I'm doing, make sure you pay attention to where the direction is facing. I'll push all of that bulk to the main trouser panel, and I'm going to top stitch it as I'm doing right now. Do not forget to stop where your notch stopped. Next, I'm just going to fold over the flap like this and stitch it at that area that I just finished stitching on, making sure that I do not stitch on the zipper, on the other side of the zipper that is not attached to anything. Make sure your stitches is just the flap unfold. It shouldn't affect the zipper. Keep in mind to stop your stitches exactly where the notch stops. And yeah, this is what we have. You can see that the zipper is on its own, is not stitched together. Now the other side of the panel, I'm just going to stitch this together first, just as I placed it earlier. I'm just going to give this one nice stitch and I'll stop at the area that I notched. Next, I'm going to push all of that bulk to the zip flap. The earlier one was to the main fabric, but this one we're pushing it to the zip flap and we're going to stitch on it. So just look at the video carefully and observe exactly how I'm doing this. So this is what everything is looking like. I'll just go ahead and give this a good press. I'm giving this a good press, and this is what it's looking like. Next, I'm just going to fold over the 2 panels facing right side, and then you see that area where we stopped all of our stitches. We're going to start another stitch to connect the crotch area there. Make sure it does not touch the zipper or the flap. It's just on the crotch area. I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. So you see that it does not touch the zipper or the zip flap. So this is what yours should look like. So guys, this is what it's giving right now, and next I'm just going to push that bulk of the crotch area to the right side, and I'm going to double stitch this. I'm going to top stitch and double stitch it. Now I've gone ahead to stitch the crotch area, and this is what it's giving. You can see how neat this is, and this is all double stitched. Now next, we're just going to attach the zipper to the second flap. Remember, it's not attached to the zipper yet. So to do that, you want to align and make sure everything is lying flat in such a way that the zipper is concealed, it's not showing. So that is what I'm doing right here. I'm just going to lie everything flat and make sure that the zipper is well concealed before I pin this down, just to hold it in place. This is totally optional. If you can do it without pinning down, fine. But I'm just going to pin this down so it doesn't move and it stays in one place. Now to finally attach our zipper, we're going to fold over this and then pick the big flap that we attached to the bodice earlier, and then I pinned it down earlier, so that is why this part is sticking out like that. So I'm just going to adjust it and stick it to the zip instead, and then I'll fold the flap. I'm going to fold it, and it should be looking like this, making sure it stops at the area I stitched earlier. It shouldn't touch the main bodice, the main panel, and then you pick the zipper, and you can see where the zipper is aligned with the flap. So that is where you're going to sew, and then in order to get this, you just have to pin it down so that you can get it correctly, and then make sure that it does not affect the second flap. You shouldn't sew on the second flap until you're done with everything. And this is what everything is given at the moment. I'm just going to go ahead and unpin this. So my camera went off while I was recording this part, but I've gone ahead to stitch this place down, the place we pinned down earlier. That is the flap to the zipper, and this is what it's looking like. And I've gone ahead to also mark out the fly top stitching area, and this is in measurement of 1.5 inches, and I've gone ahead to just mark that out in a J form, and you just use a chalk to mark it out if you want, just as I did here, or if you can eyeball this, you don't need to draw any chalk. So I'm just going to stitch this down, and I'm going to stitch it on double stitch as the rest of the stitchings, and then make sure that this flap does not get in the way, and so I am pinning it down. And when I'm done with the fly top stitching, I'm just going to bend that side over so that tip can be attached to the second flap. So this is what it's giving. You can see how neatly this is, and this is what our zipper is giving right now. It's so neat and so perfect. So in case you're confused, you can replay the video. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I just made sure that the tip of the two flaps are joined together, and I've also gone ahead to stitch the upper part of the front pocket so it sticks to the panel. Next, we're going to start working on the back panel, and to do this, I'm going to just separate this and attach the extension that we had earlier, and then make sure that everything here is aligned. This is very important. You want to make sure that your extension is aligned with the main bodice. And then I'm just going to run a stitch on this, and also I'm going to top stitch and give it the signature double stitch. So this is what is given after I've given it the first stitch. So I'm just going to top stitch now and give it the double stitch. And when you're top stitching, make sure you're pushing it downwards, just as I'm illustrating in the video. You push it downwards and make sure everything is aligned at the crotch area. And this is what is given after I've gone ahead to stitch everything together. I attached the two extensions to the main panel, and you can see how clean this is looking like. When attaching this, make sure everything is aligned. One shouldn't be longer than the other and you have the same result. Next, we're going to fix our back pocket, and to do that, I have my pocket already cut out and I folded it over with about ½ an inch. I ironed this down using hemming gum. That is why it's looking like that. Now, to get your pocket position, you want to measure 1 inch from the slanted area at the back. That is where we attach the extension. And from the side, you're going to measure 2 inches. Just pay attention and watch carefully. From this point I'm marking right now, I marked 1 inch, and I'm just going to connect it. This is actually not necessary. I just want my position to be precise, and that is why I'm marking this out. But if you can eyeball everything, that's fine. Now we have our 1 inch below the extension panel. Now from the side, which is the midpoint of the crotch area, you're going to measure 2 inches. 2 inches away from the midpoint, and that is what I'm marking right now. I'm also going to do the same thing on the other side, and you go ahead and connect this. You mustn't do this. If you can eyeball this, you can just do it directly and place your pocket. And this is what I have. Next, I'm just going to place the pockets, making sure that the side is aligned. So that part that is slanted is really not important, because if you check, the upper part is not straight. That is why we are having that. So the main and important place that should be aligned is the side, and this is what it should be giving. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a good press so it can stay in place, pin it down and stitch it. I'm going to do double stitches on all of the 2 pockets. I'm going to top stitch it twice. And this is what is given right now after I've gone ahead to attach the back pocket. So you can see how clean and nice this is looking like. Yours should be looking like this at this point if you actually followed all of the instruction. And this is what is given in the inside part. You can see how I made sure that everything is aligned and in position. That was why I drew out the line earlier. So this video is going to be too long for me to upload all of the sewing tutorial. So because of that, I divided it into 2 parts. So I'm going to upload the 3rd part, which is the final stitching of this tutorial. You make sure that you watch out for it, and if you have watched to this point, thank you so much. Please do make sure you subscribe and like the video. I want to also use this opportunity to thank you all for the love on the first part of the video I uploaded. The love was massive. I'm really grateful. We are already at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm really grateful. I want to use this medium to say thank you all. Shout out to everybody that have subscribed. Please keep watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.